Hey everybody, good afternoon. Estelle here. How are y'all all doing? We've had a busy day. We've been to Zachary, Louisiana for some baseball first thing this morning. We went to a crawfish bowl at my brother's house, so now I'm home and I want to show y'all this little demo. So this month we have a new kudos. What is a kudos? It is where Younique usually bundles several products together for some sort of savings. Well, this month the kudos is the Flawless 4. Can you see all 4? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Flawless 4, which contains our primer, which if you've never used a primer, what you do with, you always need primer on your walls when you're going to paint. So it's the same thing when you're putting on your makeup. You must prime your face first. So I already did this. I put a pea-sized drop on my face. I did it all over, and it helps get in the lines and the wrinkles so your makeup doesn't settle there. This will also help you use less product, and it will also help you keep your makeup to last longer throughout the day. Okay, so I fortunately am blessed that I do not have really bad skin, but I want to show you though what this makeup can do. I know I have several friends that have really bad rosacea, and this foundation is freaking amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking my permanent marker. Okay, no, it is not Stoic on my lips. It's a lip stain in Sleek. I don't have my glasses on, so it's really hard for me to read this tiny screen. So I'm taking a permanent marker. All right, so we're going to pretend these are like my breakouts and stuff you may want to cover. Okay, it's permanent marker, Sharpie. Okay, no lip pencil or anything like that. And there's 2 different ways you can do this. All right, you can do concealer first, then liquid foundation, or you can do liquid foundation and then concealer. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do the liquid foundation on one side, and then we'll put concealer on top. And the other side we're going to do concealer first and then the liquid foundation. And the way we're going to do this, so we'll do the concealer first on this side. I'm using actually a shade lighter of concealer in Organza. I use the liquid foundation in Taffeta. And this stuff is amazing to cover tattoos, so I'm kind of using that for this purpose because I only have one tattoo, but it's where you can't see it, so we're not doing that on Facebook. So anyway, so I'm using a little blending bud that I wet, and we're gonna cover all of this with the concealer. Now, when you're doing concealer and you're using it to cover up blemishes or stuff like that, you really do want the same color as your foundation. I just don't have that, so we're just improvising here, okay? But hello. That was permanent marker that was on my cheek, and now it's gone, okay? And I mean, if you saw, I just used the teeniest drop and smushed it with my blending bud, okay? So we're gonna leave that on right there and let that sit. Then we're gonna come over to this side. We're gonna do half of our face because I want you to see the coverage. I'm mixing up and shaking up and squirting out the liquid foundation, which comes in the kudos, and you're also going to get the liquid foundation brush, which is perfect for you to apply this. So I usually use about 5 drops on my entire face, so we're going to just go with like 3, okay, to cover up because we're only going to do half for this. Another thing you can do is, this is it by itself, okay, so it is covering up that heart pretty darn good. So another thing you can do if you really need a lot of heavy coverage is you can mix the concealer on your brush with the liquid foundation, and you're going to get even more coverage from it, okay? So when you're trying to cover a dot, you want to definitely go on there and pat it, okay? So it covered up that heart pretty good, but you can still see it, right? That's okay. We're going to come back with some concealer. All right, so the liquid foundation goes on. It's going to go on as a foundation. It is not heavy at all. I can tell you, I never wore liquid foundation. I always wore powder until this stuff came on. It dries to a powder finish, so it's not super duper thick, heavy, and cakey. So we're going to take a little bit of that concealer that I had on the back of my hand that I like smeared everywhere, and we're going to come on top of the heart and take care of it, okay? And we're going to blend that out. Now granted, this is a lighter color than my foundation. So if you are needing the concealer to cover up your blemishes, we want to match it and we want to get it the same exact color as your foundation. All right, so we're just going to kind of blend that out. But hello, the heart is pretty much gone. We can get a little bit more concealer to take care of that. And then we're going to come over to this side and we'll fix and do the rest of the side. So we got a little bit of concealer, blending bud, and we're going to take care of that. Now the other thing I do use on top of all this is I'll do some powder, but do you see? It's gone. And you just need to brush out your edges, blend out your edges, all right? Use your concealer under your eyes to kind of help highlight too. So there you go, it helps blend in that whole cheek. And then on top of this, you're gonna do some contouring and stuff, so you're not gonna even see it. Okay, so we've got this side we need to deal with now. So we're gonna take our liquid foundation brush, we're gonna add a couple more drops to it so we can take care of this side. Now when you go to cover up what you've already put the concealer on, you wanna make sure you don't like smear it, because when you do that, you are going to kind of wipe it off. All right. So we're coming in here. And we're coming around here. And we're getting all of our coverage in there. All right. And then, yeah, you saw Perry running in and out of here? All right, and then you can always go back if you see that, you know, you kind of smeared it a little bit more, then you take your concealer and you go back on top of it and you blend it out. So this stuff has awesome coverage. Now granted, y'all, this is black. I went on my face with a black permanent marker. You're not gonna have that dark of stuff to cover up, right? It's gonna be red and pink, and so that'll get covered up in like no time at all. So this liquid foundation and concealer is awesome. This month you can get the whole package, the liquid foundation, the concealer, the liquid foundation, the concealer, the liquid foundation brush, and the primer for only $99. That's this month's kudos. It is a steal of a deal. Look at the coverage that you get from all this. It's amazing. You can, so if you want to use the concealer for highlighting, then you do like I did and you get the shade lighter. But if you're wanting to use it to cover up blemishes, then you get the same shade as your skin. And honestly, I really think that it does work better if you use the liquid foundation first almost, and then the concealer. And then I personally see $99 is not going to get you free shipping. You need another $1 to get free shipping. I personally though would get the pressed powder, because that way you have it in your purse for touch-ups throughout the day. But check out that coverage. It's pretty darn good. I used it black permanent marker and drew dots and a heart, and we've got some awesome coverage. So that is this one's kudos, the amazing liquid foundation, aka liquid gold. If you have any questions or you are you interested in this, message me. I can help color match you, and that way, look, y'all, this is not like any other foundation you're going to use. Okay, it gives you full coverage, and it's thin, not cakey, and it dries that powder finish. I mean, what other foundation does that, right? All right, y'all have a great day.